Hello friends, students and learners of English. This is Professor Dr. Deepika Srivastav, ex-head English Department, University of Allahabad, Prayagraj. I have been posting videos on English, so you are familiar with my teaching style. Today's lecture is titled Feminism Simplified. To understand concepts of feminism, we must comprehend feminism. If it is a concern to advance women's interest, then anyone who shares this concern is a feminist. Feminism and women's movement are interconnected. Feminists are the leaders, organizers, publicists and lobbyists of women's movement. Thus, feminism advocates for the rights and equality of women. Feminism in ancient India reveals a complex historical trajectory. While early Vedic times featured high social, religious and educational agency for women, subsequent centuries saw a decline, especially in Manusmriti. Shridhan too slowly got restricted. However, Vedic feminism is a complete code of life wherein women are equal partners of men. Deterioration in their status lasted through medieval and British times, with improvement in the late 19th century through movements in Bengal, Central India and Maharashtra. The terms feminist and feminism were used a century after Mary Wollstonecraft's book A Vindication of the Rights of Women was published in 1792. The term first appeared in France during the 1870s and referred to women's freedom. In 1882, Herbertine Auchet, a French feminist and a campaigner for women's suffrage, used the term for women propagating women's freedom. However, Mary Wollstonecraft's work became the basis of later movements. The demand for free individual development in a society is a demand of the French Revolution. The claim is that women are members of the human species, having the rights available to all humans. Feminists demanded equality on the same terms as men. All societal structures are patriarchal, constructed in a way that men make majority of political, economic and cultural decisions. Feminism focuses that since women comprise half of the world's population, their participation in all spheres is necessary on the basis of equality. The growth of feminism is described in terms of waves. Prominent ones are being discussed. The first wave was from mid-19th century to early 20th century. Focus was on women's demands for equal legal and political rights as men, namely female suffrage, that is voting rights, right to property, rights to marriage and divorce, custody of children and education. Mary Astle, British feminist, insisted that if rationality was a trait of human beings, women were endowed with the same rationality. Prominent names during this wave were Mary Wollstonecraft, Elizabeth Cady Stanton, John Stuart Mill, etc., which ended with achievement of women's suffrage. The second wave covers 1963-1980. Several activists became complacent after achieving suffrage rights for women, seeing it as a complete liberation. In 1963, Betty Friedan's The Feminine Mystique argued that women were chafing against the confines of their roles as housewives. This book was a massive success and launched the second wave. Inspired by the civil rights movements, feminists called for a revaluation of traditional gender roles. Major achievements included Equal Pay Act and the US Supreme Court decision related to reproductive freedom. While US Congress passed the Equal Rights Amendment in 1972, a conservative backlash ensured that it fell short of the numbers of states needed for its ratification. The second wave was accused of favoring privileged white women. Therefore, a few black women formed the National Black Feminist Organization. Gradually, women's liberation movement lost its appeal. We come to the third wave. While the second wave achieved equality, the movement that emerged in the 1990s focused on tackling problems of sexual harassment at the workplace. Rebecca Walker commenced the third wave in 1992, dubbed as the Year of the Woman. Many women were elected to the US Congress and were encouraged to express their sexuality and individuality. Right girl groups introduced the term of feminism into popular music with songs on sexism, patriarchy, abuse, racism, and rape. Third wave feminists also collaborated with gender theorist Judith Butler, focusing on trans rights in this class of intersectional feminism. There is a misconception that feminism is Western in origin. Such are the views of conservative groups. Though the primary literature is from Western feminists, notable views have come from post-colonial feminists too. We come to the fourth wave, which is a complex continuation of the third wave. The introduction of the internet brought a new vogue of media activism. Launched by Burke in 2007, Me Too movement started getting recognized in 2017 as it was revealed that the famous film producer Harvey Weinstein had sexually abused and raped around 80 women. Me Too movement campaign sparked sexual abuse allegations against many powerful figures worldwide. This phenomenon is referred to as the Weinstein effect. There are a few substreams of feminist movement which are as follows. There is liberal feminism, which employed the framework of political and civil rights to demand gender justice. Inspired by the French Revolution, scholars stressed on equality of men and women. Liberal feminists viewed political rights to uplift their status. However, limitation was that it came for educational and political reforms, thus failing to fully address gender inequality. Next is Marxist feminism, which derives from the class analysis of Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels by attacking the institution of private property and capitalist mode of production. This was launched in the late 60s. For Marxist feminism, gender oppression is grounded on class exploitation and how labor is socially reproduced at domestic and workplaces. Next is social feminism. Scholars call for social, economic and financial independence of women. Women engaging in unpaid domestic labor are neither rewarded nor recognized. The subordination of women in family is part of the economic foundation of society. Then comes radical feminism, which arose from the second wave of 1960s. Feminists outlined sexual oppression and violence against women as main causes of women's subordination. Motherhood was holding women in perpetual captivity. Simone de Beauvoir's The Second Sex claimed that women were not born but made. Radical feminists denounced heterosexuality. However, radical feminism is elitist, representing only a small group of white women. Then comes ecological feminism, which arose in the 20th century with the intersection of environmental and feminist theories. Ecofeminists argue that patriarchy manifests through the structures of hierarchy, culture versus nature. Oppression of women and domination of nature are interconnected. Thus, as long as dualities coexist, they would help patriarchy to flourish. In India, it found its resonance in the Chipko movement, a non-violent forest conservation campaign that originated in Uttarakhand in 1973. Its tactic involved women villagers hugging trees to prevent cutting them down by commercial loggers. We now come to black feminism. Feminism with the emphasis on racism as central to oppression of women. Black women face racist and sexist oppression. Writings by them show intersectionality of racism, sexism and class oppression. Last to be discussed is postmodern feminism, which has an uneasy relationship with feminism. Women are seen as a reflection of men except for their sexuality. Therefore, this movement objects to the philosophy of feminism. To sum up, we can assert that feminist movements have faced challenges to empower women. New issues like surrogacy have emerged that result in exploiting women. Reproductive commodification of the women's body and ethical issues are involved. Many think that feminism has declined. However, feminists assert that it is pulsating, taking new forms, and will remain viable as long as gender inequality and patriarchy persist. New feminist insights are addressing local issues, forming global coalitions aiming at total emancipation. Women's movement is dynamic, progressive, and a boon for all women. With these words, I, a staunch feminist and supporter of feminist movements, conclude my views on feminism simplified with the confidence that it will make you understand this complex topic. Please subscribe, like and comment on my video. Thank you.